All right, everyone, hello. Welcome to the 20th anniversary Monster Hunter Countdown. Up next, 201, Great Izuchi, first appearance in Monster Hunter Rise. Starter monster, learner monster, one of the better ones, I guess. You know, I mean, with modern games become modern expectations for design. Along with them, they should have two little other Izuchi because they are a major part of his kit. I do remember occasionally using his pieces of gear throughout progression. I don't remember using it all in master rank, but at least in low rank, I remember having pieces of Crit Eye on there, which is, you know, it's okay. Set overall, I mean, it looks fine. I don't think it looks bad. It's an okay looking set. Weapons, again, you don't see them used too often. You know, I mean, there were points before we had Dragon Conversion where you could augment them, and they were probably okay. You know, I think they sat similar to like Kimura weapons for people that just wanted to focus entirely on Raw. But I don't know that they ever quite hit the peak in any way, which is fine. I mean, not every weapon has to be perfect. So what was that there? You know, 320 Raw, tons of white sharpness. You know, base decent amount of affinity. I mean, it's okay. Good slots for a raw weapon where you would be able to ignore sharpness skills and have an acceptable amount of raw, and it was really, really easy to make. You can't say too much. Can't say anything really that bad about it. Of course, we have better things now, and that's fine as well. Armor set itself gave a bunch of Crit Eye, Constitution, Recovery Speed, Evade Window. Okay number of slots. Not really anything to write home about. Yeah, again, something that you would use for parts, but not necessarily use a full set, that's for sure. Hit zone wise, that is a crazy high head weakness, 80%. They want to make sure if you're fighting Great Izuchi, you are only seeing big numbers. Weakest to Thunder, but man, with a head weakness that high, I mean, you got to go pretty hard in an element before it makes sense to start, you know, drifting over to element. And Rise is kind of an elemental game, at least it was into the later title updates in Sunbreak. Base Rise, it was pretty much dominated by Nargacuga. It was hard to find a situation where you could even justify not using Nargacuga. Statuses, nothing to really write home about. I mean, again, he's a, you know, entry-level monster. Paralysis is okay. Stun is fine. Poison is acceptable for what it is. I don't think anyone would care if you ran Blast. I mean, I don't think... If anyone is backseating you on Izuchi, they gotta relax. Although, that being said, going in under-armored, under-geared, under-spec'd and under-practiced with Lance against, I forget what this was. AR big number. Izuchi, things hit hard. That's really funny there. That Benabra countered my... He messed up my counter. That really messed me up. So I love the little Izuchi in this fight. You know, you have to time your blocking or your positioning or your evasion to avoid them. Otherwise, they can really mess you up. And I think... You know, incidentally, using Lance here is kind of, from a demonstration standpoint, I like it. I like it because it really shows how his little buddies can do quite a bit. And they're not normal Izuchi. I don't know that they do much more damage than a normal Izuchi, but they have a lot more life. So it takes some definite pressure to kill them. And look, I got killed. But check this out. Check this out. Bam, bam. There's way better insta-block demonstration reels out there, but for like, you know, going on like zero practice, I feel okay about that. So for the most part, you're seeing him do that big flip. You'll see him do that one spiral move, cyclone move that he killed me with. Otherwise, he has this one little jump that he just did there that I don't think this entire fight I ever got the counter off on. Oops. Perfect Guard is so fun. It's a little sad. I do really like the Lance. But if you're making content, man, I mean, it is probably one of the most underappreciated weapons in the game. Which I kind of get, you know, especially for watching old Lance. You're just seeing somebody do nearly the same move over and over again. So while I love the weapon, I am sympathetic to the people that don't like it. I'm also a little sympathetic to the people that are like, man, I want to watch more Lance. Amazing Lance player out there, Harukin. I will try to remember to throw a link to his channel in my description. Has a lot of really amazing Rise content out there. Spent months getting like a perfect Narwa and like a perfect Izuchi. He did it TA style as well. Like he didn't use any cats, didn't use any of the ballista or anything else like that. Worth watching him if you want to see very high end, very perfectly positioned Lance gameplay. So that is your guy. I am not your guy. Not yet. I would need to buckle down for probably a month before I could get to like maybe like 50% of Harukin's skill. He does shoot that little water glob out, which I think is really funny. It would have been nice if there was free element in this game and it could have awakened into... His weapons could have awakened into like better water weapons, but... Wasn't here. And that's it for Izuchi. Good monster. You know, I like him. I'll say I had fun in this fight. It was okay. Great Izuchi thick hide. Thick, great Izuchi hide. Popular because it doesn't deteriorate when forged. Great Izuchi grind tail. Few great Izuchi have this tail. Can cut through prey in one fell swoop. Fey Wyvern Gem. An exceptionally pure gem from a bird wyvern. Fragile and difficult to carve. And Great Izuchi wasn't that difficult, although he did kill me once. I blame the afflicted rank. Up next, 201, Jade Baroth, first appearance in Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. We'll be fighting him in Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate again. Cool monster. Almost as cool as you guys, the viewers. Thank you again for watching. I love you. Goodbye.